Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a fitness blog. So be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload a brand new video. So basically what we're going to cover today is I'm going to give you an example of what a fitness blog is. I'm going to define it for you so that we're painfully obviously clear. I'm going to tell you need to pick a niche and why you need to pick a niche and how to niche down so that you can start gaining traffic and gaining a following. Next, I'm going to talk about platform and web hosting and how to get a domain name and why a domain name is important. After that, I'm going to show you how to set up your web hosting, install WordPress, and why you should get a premium WordPress theme. After that, we're going to make some changes that you absolutely need to make in order for your blog to get discovered. Finally, we're going to start writing. After we write, we are going to share our content on social media, talk about some ways to make money, how many blog posts you should write to get started, and then make sure you click on the links that I will refer to throughout this video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First things first, what is a fitness blog? Now, a fitness blog is just where you take a subsection of the market, you create content to answer questions. That's what a blog is in general. You are going to answer questions about a topic. Now, when you're first getting started, you need to niche down. Instead of just talking about fitness in general, you need to pick a part of fitness and talk about it. For example, are you going to show people how to gain weight, lose weight, yoga, bodybuilding? Are you going to focus on abs or are you going to focus on ankles? You need to get painfully obviously clear when it comes to fitness. And the reason being is because it's a very competitive market. If we go over to the Keyword Explorer tool that I like to use, it's a paid tool, but I like to use this tool to help me find keywords. If we just type in fitness, you're going to see it's pretty competitive. On a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the most difficult, the fitness niche is super hard. But if we type in, let's say, bodybuilding or yoga, you're going to see yoga is going to be difficult too. Yoga is even more difficult. We could type in gain weight, and you're going to see that is not as difficult. But if we click on the matching terms here, there's going to be some keywords that you could start creating content on and start building a business. So it's going to be very important that when you first get started, you need to pick a niche and niche down. If you don't niche down, you are going to be fighting an uphill battle with major players like WebMD. You're going to be fighting against like bodybuilding.com, even ESPN might show up in some search results. So you want to make sure that you are niching down. You may even want to start talking about products that you're interested in to get up and running. For example, if you look at this, let's see, there are a few products that we have on here to help people gain weight if that's what your niche is. But as you can see, you want to make sure that you niche down. If we go back here, the next thing we need to do is we need to pick a platform and get a domain name. And when I say pick a platform, you really need to get web hosting. Web hosting is how people from around the world are going to see your website. Web hosting, basically with web hosting, you are going to rent hard drive space. So like a hard drive on a computer, you are going to rent that space from a third party. In my opinion, if you're brand new, you should get started with Bluehost. The first link in the description is for Bluehost. And so when you get started with Bluehost, it'll actually give you a free domain name for the first year. The domain name is how people are going to refer to you. So if we go back over to here, bornfitness.com is a domain name. That's how people refer to this website. And so it's going to be important that you get that domain name for free and you get web hosting set up as soon as possible. So if we go back over here, the next step is I'm actually going to show you how to set up your web hosting and domain name in 4 minutes. So make sure you watch this and follow along step by step because it's going to include some critical things that you absolutely need to do for your website to get discovered. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're gonna have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so right now you have a basic WordPress theme and a basic website. What I recommend that you do next is get a premium WordPress theme. Now, the reason why you want a premium WordPress theme is that it will add additional features and functionality. And to do that, you can click the second link in the description and go to themeforest.net. Now, the cool thing is when you go to themeforest.net, you're just going to type in fitness or weight loss or anything related to your niche, and you're going to be able to find hundreds, if not thousands, of WordPress themes that are more catered towards your niche. As you can see, this top result here, it is a fitness gym WordPress theme. It's going to change the way that your website looks, and it's going to add additional features. For example, if we go back over to our example website here, bornfitness.com, this is a WordPress theme, and you can actually research and figure out which themes they are. If you copy this and you search like what WordPress theme is that, they'll actually tell you which WordPress theme it is. But for now, you can go over to themeforest.net, look through these, find one that works for you, find one that fits your aesthetic. You're going to buy a premium WordPress theme. What you're going to do is you're going to click this button here, add it to your cart. You're going to go to checkout, and you're going to buy. Once you buy the WordPress theme, you're going to download a zip file to your computer. When you download the zip file to your computer, you are going to unpack that zip drive, and within that zip drive is going to be another zip folder. And so that's the folder we're actually going to install on our WordPress website so that we can change our theme. And to do that, we're going to go over to our website, and your dashboard should look like this. This is your WordPress back office, your website back office. You're going to go down to Appearance. You're going to go to Themes. And the next step is to click on Add New. Then you're going to click on Upload Theme. And then you can drag and drop that theme you just purchased and downloaded here, or you can click on Choose File. Now that's going to change the way that your website looks. And the next thing we need to do is we need to start writing. That's where we are in our little handout here. We've installed the theme, we've made the changes, and now we are going to start writing. The biggest questions that I always get is, how do I start writing? How long should my content be? Just basic questions when it comes to writing a blog. And the good news is I've got some answers for you. What we're going to do is we're going to click on Post, and we're going to click on Add New. This is going to add a brand new post. So we're going to click on Add New, and the title of your blog post should be the keywords that you find when you're doing your keyword research. So for this, we are going to go to let's see if we can find one that is safe for work. Foods to gain weight, we'll say. We're going to copy this, and we are going to go back over to our blog post, and we are going to paste this in. Now, the reason why we're doing this is we are trying to get discovered organically by our visitors in Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put our keyword here, foods to gain weight, and then we might add something like everything you need to know. And what will happen is our title is going to show up for our post name. And that's why I had you make that change in the previous step, so that we can optimize our website and our web pages to get found organically. Now, if we look at our example here, they should do the same thing. If you're a larger website, you can get away with not doing it, but they should be doing it. So if we look at this, 13 caffeine-free ways to boost energy. At the top here, 13 caffeine-free ways to boost energy. They're probably targeting the keyword caffeine-free ways to boost energy. And so that's why they have it just like this. So we're going to do the same thing. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to start writing. And to do that, what I like to do is spend a couple minutes brainstorming with a who, what, when, where, why, and how. Now, this is something we learned in elementary school, but we tend to forget the power of it. So what I've done is I've written down who, what, when, where, why, how, and I'm going to use these as brainstorming to answer questions with regards to foods to gain weight. So obviously, what foods can be used to gain weight? What are the best foods to gain weight? Why are some foods better than others to gain weight? Why are some foods better than others for gaining weight? And just take about 10 minutes and do this. So this is actually going to help you speed up your writing, because what you're going to do is you are going to turn these questions into H2s. And we're going to do it just like this, heading H2, and we're going to go through and we're going to create paragraphs to answer the question. And that leads me to the question, how long should my blog post be? And it really all depends on what your competitor is doing. So people that are already ranking, it depends on what the question is. If it's a question that can be answered in 1,000 words, answer it in 1,000 words. Don't spend 4,000 words answering a 1,000 word question, because it's not going to help it rank better on Google. So make it just as long as it needs to be. Make it about 300 or 400 words more or less than your competitors, so that you can increase your chances of ranking. But what will happen here is once we click submit and I post this, it's going to say webhostingrewind.com/foods to gain weight, everything you need to know. This is going to help us rank right on Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo. And so once we do that, we need to go back and figure out how can we make money from this. So we're just going to go over to my next slide. And there are tons of ways to make money within the fitness, health, wealth niche. So if we go over to this example here, one way to make money, and it doesn't look like they're doing it, is you can place ads right into your website. They're actually sending people to their email landing, and that I'll talk about that in just a second. But what you can do is you can sign up for Google AdSense. Now, Google AdSense is an ad network. It's the most basic entry-level ad network that works with anyone, and they're good to get started because you'll start making some money. You're going to make pennies on the dollar. Google AdSense probably won't make you rich. What will happen is once you start getting more traffic, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 page views per month, you can move on to other ad networks like Ezoic, AdThrive, Media.net. They're going to pay you a little bit more, but that's just one way. Another way that you can make money is with affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is simply recommending or selling other people's products and services. When people buy the products that from your affiliate link, when people click on the affiliate link and buy the products, you get paid a commission. And there are a number of affiliate programs out there. Again, depending on what your niche is, there can be a ton of different affiliate programs. For example, let's say you were in the yoga niche and you wanted to promote or sell yoga mats. You can find those right over on Amazon. You can also find like yoga videos that you can sell and promote, yoga magazines. You can, there's just a number of opportunities. If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, I do have a free course. It's the third link in the description, and that will actually go over affiliate marketing with you step by step. And so if we continue on, again, we have ad networks, we have affiliate marketing. You can, of course, sell your own physical or digital products. Maybe you have your own step-by-step guide or step-by-step training to help people lose weight. You can sell that right on your website as well. There are WordPress plugins that you can add to sell your own products. If you have a coaching program, a store, physical, digital products, that'll work there. But that's outside the scope of this video. Just know that there are at least 5 or 6 ways that you can make money on your website simply by blogging. After that, we have sharing on social media. Now, when you first get started, you want to make sure that you are sharing your content on social media, because it's going to take a while before Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo actually pick up your blog and your content starts ranking. So what you want to do in the very beginning is you want to promote your websites on different social media sites like Reddit. Find different subreddits that will allow you to post. You can start a Facebook group. You can share in other Facebook groups. You can create a YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, you can promote it there. And I recommend that you do that in the very beginning, because if you don't, it's going to be a tough road to hoe. One of the other questions that I get is, how many blog posts should I write? In my opinion, you should start with 50 blog posts. Now, the reason why I think 50 is a good number is because it's going to give you plenty of time to assess and see what you're going to rank in the eyes of Google. It's going to give you time to improve your writing. In most instances, people that just get started with blogging aren't usually good writers, and so 50 blog posts is usually a good enough time to develop your writing. You can also use a plugin called Grammarly to help you write. That's actually a Chrome extension. That'll clean up some of your grammar, spelling, punctuation errors. So 50 blog posts is a good place to start. Now, I recommend that you blog every day for 50 days or every other day for 100 days. It really doesn't matter as long as you get to that 50 blog mark. Now, again, make sure you click the 3 links in the description. The first link is going to help you set up your WordPress website. The second link is going to get you a premium domain through ThemeForest. And the third link in the description will help you learn affiliate marketing for free step by step. So be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.